Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the CIPP's National Payroll Week 2025. My name is Sam O'Sullivan and I am the CIPP's Policy and Advisory Lead. So thank you so much for joining our first webinar of the week. Today, I'm delighted to be hosting this morning's webinar, and this is all on how can the CIPP help you in your payroll career. Now, delivering today's session is the CIPP's membership manager, the lovely Dawn Baxter. Good morning, Dawn, and happy National Payroll Week to you.
Good morning, Sam. Happy National Payroll Week to you too. It's quite exciting to be the launch of the whole week.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely is. And what better way to highlight what we can do at the CIPP to kick off National Payroll Week. So everyone who's in attendance today, please do submit any questions that you've got in the chat throughout. So you'll see that there's a Q&A tab at the top of your screen. If you do accidentally post any questions in the chat rather than the Q&A box, don't worry. The events team are working in the background so they can transfer those questions over to the Q&A tab for you. If you do see any questions that have been posted by another delegate today, you can upvote them by using the little thumbs up button, so that can help us to prioritise them when we come through to the Q&A session. So we'll try and address as many questions as we can at the end of the session. But I'm going to stop waffling on. Now it's time for me to hand over to Dawn. So please, Dawn, over to you.
Thank you, Sam. Morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Just a quick bit about myself. I'm Dawn Baxter, the membership manager. I've been in the membership role for 5.5 years, and I've been with the Institute 19 years, 10 of which were in the marketing department. So I have a genuine passion for the Institute and you, the members and the non-members that are here today. For those of you that don't know the CIPP, we are the only chartered body for the payroll profession. This was a major achievement back in 2012, that it gets the recognition that the profession deserves. And the CIPP works for the wider profession, not just members. And we do that in lots of ways, such as free events, such as Payroll Live, free resources, digital, the PDF of the fact card. I shall go into all the benefits a bit more in detail. But today we're going to talk about why we're here for you as members, what we do for the members that stands out from the non-members, and how we will help you in your careers at all the different stages. I'm going to cover the different grades that we do and the criteria required and how to upgrade, or if you're not a member, how to become a member. Bear with me, next slide. Okay, so membership offers benefits. Whilst we're a not-for-profit organisation, we need to make sure that members do get what they need and that they're paying for those benefits. So they need to get something that non-members don't. So wherever you are in your career, you're going to need some advice, you need support, you need networking, you need accurate information, you need opportunities to improve your skills, you need recognition, you need education, training, events, and a voice. You need to get your voice heard. Now, we are recognised by charter. We're the voice of the profession. We work for the bigger picture. We are a source of truth. Due to our connections with HMRC, you can rely on the information that we give. We have some amazing benefits, such as the payroll reference book, which we release annually, that we publish. We have things like News Online, which is a weekly e-newsletter, which gives you updates on the latest topics and legislation. We give you a fact card and a fact app. Now, the fact app is available to non-members too, but the printed fact card is only available to our associate members and above. We do free webinars for our memberships, and we do that for non-members as well. We are involved in different things, and we go to third-party events, and we give you an opportunity to network. So I talked about up-to-date industry knowledge. Now, there's a lot of information out on the internet. Some of it is absolutely amazing. Some of it not so good. You could get 4 different opinions. And how do you know what you're getting is right? Well, if you come to the Institute, we are outstanding in what we have, in that we have some extremely qualified and experienced members of people that work for us. We have an advisory service team, and they've all been in operational payroll. We give you access to relevant, timely information in a way that you understand it, because nobody can understand your role more than somebody that's done it. For instance, Sam O, that's hosting for us, her background is extensive in payroll in different areas. And I'm sure if you ever get a chance to have a catch up with her or watch the YouTube video that me and I had a chat back in earlier in the year, you can see how much knowledge and passion that they have. If you think about advisory service as one of the benefits, in the last 12 months, they have taken and responded to, are you ready for this? 12,384 queries. Now that's by email and phone. They're busy. The team there are amazing. They look at things in a way that you need them to. And some of the feedback I get on the advisory is, well, I sort of knew the answer, but I just wanted somebody to check. There was nobody around me that would be able to help me and give me that confirmation. Now, whilst we can't tell you how to do your payroll, we can give you advice and signposting. So the advisory service is our number one benefit that members have. And like I say, the team are amazing. And any of you that are at annual conference, that they will be there and answering questions there. We also give Be Knowledgeable webinars. Now, they're included in your membership. We do 4 to 6 of those a year, and they're on hot topics. So recently, neonatal was a hot topic. I think that's all set in. I'm not a payroll professional, but I sort of understand a little bit of what's going on. Is that it's a hot topic for people in the pay profession. So we did Be Knowledgeable. We've recently had a holiday pay one. Now I know that is an ongoing conversation and there's always queries. So again, we give our members a free Be Knowledgeable webinar online, easy to access, up-to-date information. Something you also get as a member is a discount on IPPE courses, on the training courses. And number one course is the payroll update. Now that is exactly what you need to find out what's happening, what's relevant to you, what's relevant to your role, and what's upcoming and how you need to start preparing. Now, again, wherever you are in your career, that's vitally important. Whether you're an administrator or a manager, you might look at it from a different perspective. Whether you're doing it or need to manage it, you need to know what's going on. Now, the payroll update, as a member, you get 50% off the non-member price. So you save £247.50. Now, that's actually a saving of more than the cost of most of our memberships. Now, the other thing we do is exclusive resources, such as our professional magazine. It's very much thought leadership. It's in-depth articles of from industry experts. The thing with the magazine is we do it online and printed. Some grades only get the printed, some get the all get the digital, and the digital also has added content, so it gives you added value. So we include videos and extra content that doesn't go into the printed version. We also do Payroll Need to Know, which is the essential guide to UK payroll legislation and reporting. And of course, the fact card, which I mentioned earlier. People love the fact card. It's a handy little desk size, desk side information, and it gives you all the rates and key things that you need to do when you're processing payroll. And if you're not into printed, we also do the digital, which, like I said, is available to all, not just our members. So community is really important. All of you share a passion, whether you're a member or not. a massive passion for the industry and accuracy. So the things that we do for our members, we have the annual conference and exhibition. Now, this is open to non-members as well, but members do get a discount in recognition of their membership. The annual conference, I love it. I've been going for the last 17 years and I absolutely love the atmosphere, the networking, the learning, the actual just recognition of your industry. We also provide specialist interest groups for our members, which range in topics from the payroll professionals working within a bureau. We do a public sector incorporating local authority NHS and education, and we also do a pay on demand. We also do area specific such as Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales. And if you're a member, they're easy to sign up. You just go into my CIPP and you can join those groups and start participating. So the Annual Excellence Awards, again, member and non-member, but this is such an opportunity to celebrate the outstanding professionalism and achievements within the industry. These are a great opportunity to dress up and celebrate, but because we lead these, because the Institute holds these things, we are there at the forefront, pushing how brilliant you all are at what you do. We also do Be Connected. Now that's both online for all grades of membership and face-to-face for associates and above. And that's on, it gives you a legislation update. We also have guest speakers on industry topics that are relevant for you. I believe we had one on employment law. And again, that's now becoming even more of a hot topic as we move forward. And again, it's a great opportunity to network and join your community and see the passion that is there within the industry. Now, the other thing that we have is a collective voice. Why do we need that? Why do you need that as an industry? Because payroll is underrepresented. It's getting better. We're working really hard as an institute to push payroll forwards, to push it onto the directors' table, high level part of the industry. I realise it isn't always standalone, but it is a vital part of a business. Without payroll, people wouldn't come to work, contribute billions to the treasury, to the government. And so what we do as an institute, we have our policy and research team. Now that is Sam. Sam leads that, as she mentioned earlier. And they, again, have masses of operational and management and strategic experience within their team that makes them unique in what they do. As an institute, we are recognised at government level, and the policy and research team actually sit on 52 government consultation forums, and they take your voice to it. So what do they do to get your voice? Now, it does go out to members and non-members, the quick polls and the surveys, but they get your opinion and they work really hard to make sure that the government hear your opinions and your thoughts on the legislation that affects your jobs day to day. So if you ever see any of those things, please make sure that you get involved and have your say, whether you're a member or not. It's really important that Sam and her team know what's going on out there in the industry day to day. So make sure that you participate. It directly affects you in your role and your career. It means that you actually influence what's happening and you actually make change happen. And you can't take away from that. So that is why the Institute works really, really hard to push your voice forward and make it heard. Now, the other thing that we do is we give you credibility and status. Now, the Institute has worked really hard on this in the time I've been there, and even before that. I mean, when it was set up, it was because there was no body for payroll, no professional body for payroll at the time. So you might ask, why do we need credibility and status? And it is, as I mentioned, it is about you being seen, being recognised, being the ones that are discussed at the top table and being put into the strategic future of your of your profession. Now, in terms of your stakeholders, your customers, your peers, and your employer, to be part of the chartered body makes you stand out. It means that you are part of the chartered body, which has its code of conduct. You also commit to continuing professional development, which non-members don't always do that. So you are committing and showing publicly that you are committed to being professional. We also give professional level letters for associates and above. If you use them on your signature. And again, it gives that recognition. I'm really pleased to say that last week we introduced digital badges. Now, this has gone down amazingly with our current members and those of you on here today. If you haven't posted it on LinkedIn or social media platform, it's time to do it. LinkedIn last week was absolutely buzzing with these badges. It's a huge step forward in recognition for you within your roles and where you are in your career. I love them. I think they're great. I'm proud to be an associate of the Institute and I'm proud of that, and I've posted mine. So make sure if you haven't got one already and you join today, that you start using this in your email footers, on your social media, and getting that recognition that you deserve. So in terms of membership, this is the levels that we do. Now, they sort of follow a traditional career. Now, I appreciate careers can be squiggly. Some of us don't follow the same pattern in where we go in our careers. We sometimes take a step sideways or adjacent, but we move forward in one way or another. And so the levels that we have recognise that. So you can be at the level to recognise where you are in your career. Now, affiliate is our entry level. It can be people that are associated with the industry. It can be people with an interest in it, somebody that is managing somebody that is in it or directing somebody that is that's doing the payroll, and they just need to know top level what's going on. We also have a new level of affiliate student that was brought in last year. That is for people studying our level 3 qualifications. And also, if you're studying a level 3 payroll apprenticeship, we will support you and give you up to 2 years of free affiliate student membership while you're completing your apprenticeship. For people studying with IPPE qualifications on level 3, it is a mandatory thing, and it's great because, again, it gives you a rounded idea and support of what's going on in the industry to help you on the steps of your career. So that is our first level. That is a very low price. It's under £100, and it's a great step into the Institute to see what we do. A bit of a taster. It's quite an online digital membership. And it's a great starter. Then we move to associate level. Now, to become an associate, you have to have been in the industry for a year or more and complete one item of CPD per year. Or if you've achieved one of the IPPE's level 3 qualifications, or a level 3 apprenticeship, or a level 3 pensions or reward qualification with another company. That comes with professional levels, letters. It is the first professional level. It is also allows you to vote at the AGM. Again, in terms of collective voice, this gives you an opportunity to have a say in the Institute and how we move forward. And then we have the associate student, which is for people studying our level 4 or 5 qualifications. And that is also mandatory throughout your study. Then the next level is full membership. Now, this is more of a management level. You don't have to manage people. It can be managing processes. It can be managing budgets. So there are 2 ways into full membership. One is the qualified route. If you take a level 5 qualification in payroll, pensions or reward and can provide evidence of that, you can apply for full membership. There is a £50 non-refundable admin fee. You also can come into full membership through experience. Now, one of the things that the Institute does, and I think really well, as somebody who has not got a high level qualification, is that we do recognise that there are two routes in a career. I myself only did some studying since I've been with the Institute up to level 4. But before that, situations meant that I had to go to work when I left school, and so I didn't have a choice to take qualifications. But knowing that we all get where we are with experience as well as qualifications is a good thing. So to apply for full, we have to provide a minimum of 3 years in a management role, like I say, not necessarily managing people. You also have to be doing payroll for at least 50% of your time. And we have the bulk of our members are in the associate or full level. So just as a reflection, they are both amazing grades to be at, to be very proud of. And sorry, brain freeze on a Monday morning, no caffeine. So that's where you get to full. Following that, then we have higher grades. So we have fellow. The fellow members of the Institute have to apply. You have to have been a full member for a minimum of 2 years before you can apply. And you have to provide significant contribution to the enhancement of the CIPP and the profession. Now, you might ask me, how do I do that? Now, it might be magazine articles, it might be speaking at events, it might be volunteering. Somebody I spoke to recently was volunteering to do a payroll free of charge for a charity. So that's above and beyond your normal day-to-day role. So that's what fellowship looks at. The other way to it is to achieve an IPPE qualification at level 6 or 7, and that would give you automatic entry into fellowship at the Institute. Again, if you look at numbers, this is a small number of our members, but it is an important one. Then the highest level that we have is the chartered level. Now, this was only, we were only allowed to do this following the charter of the Institute. Then we got the okay from the Privy Council to charter our members. Now, this is how to apply. So you can come on experience or qualifications. There's 2 routes. So the minimum qualification is a level 5 to apply, but then the lights have gone off. Then you still have to prove significant experience of up to 5 years within the industry. And this is at a strategic level. This is change and transformation, project transformation, budgets. It's very much about the higher level directorship of payroll and driving your organisation forward in terms of change and why you did that change. So our fellow members can become chartered, or our full members can become chartered. But there is quite a rigorous process to go through this. And again, we do it on 2 routes. Just to repeat, we do this on 2 routes. There is lots of information on our website, and you can also contact me or the team, and we can discuss this further if any of you are interested. There are application fees for both of these levels, the fellow and the charter. But it's great that we have chartered members within the profession, and hopefully as time goes, those numbers will grow. So this week we have a special offer for membership. For those of you that aren't already members, we have got, we would waive the normal code of, we would waive the normal registration fee of £50, which is paid on top of your membership. However, as a special celebration of this week, we would also like to waive 20% off your first subscription cost for 1 year. It's a rare occasion that we're discounting membership. Membership comes with so many values and benefits that, like I say, we don't discount it very often. So we're really keen to get you on board this week if you're not a member. It is only valid till Friday, the code, which is NPWMEM. And you need to email me and the team at membership@cipp.org.uk. Now, this is for new or returning members. So if you've had a period of time where you haven't been a member, unfortunately, we can't give it to you existing members, but we do give you lots of other benefits. So it's not like you're missing out because you've been experiencing those and these non-members haven't. So on that, I can see there's been lots of questions, which I hope Sam's collating so we can have a chat. There does seem to be things about digital badges, so I'll cover that when we get the questions. But I really, really want to thank you for your time. You all do an amazing job, and you need to make sure that you celebrate that. And being part of your chartered body is a huge step towards celebrating and joining in and being part of it. Thank you.
Fab, Dawn. Thank you so much, and well done you for kicking off the week. The no pressure, right?
No.
You did an amazing job. So yeah, we have had some questions. There has been a bit of back and forth on the badges. So someone has received their badge, but since they've become a full member. So what's the process there? Will that individual get a new badge sent out to them?
Yeah, so what happens is it's there's a bit of a delay of about a week on the upgrades and renewals with the data going into the system. Obviously, we've only just launched it and we're having some teething problems, not many, but there were always, it's never an instant thing. So if you upgrade or pay your membership or your renewal, it won't show instantly, but it will show within a week. So for those of you that are on here, I will take the chat away after and go and have a look. If there's problems, I think some people hadn't got theirs, we can go in that. I think because we sent so many out, we sent over 7,500 in one afternoon. I think some of them may have got blocked, so we just resend them and then they're going through. But yes, we appreciate it's brand new. It's so exciting, and there are some, like I say, slight teething problems, but it's worth waiting for. So any of you waiting, please be assured we will get them sorted. Yeah, the LinkedIn badge, I've just seen somebody pop up. It should be fairly easy to upload, but again, if people are having problems, let us know and we'll do our best to sort them.
Yeah, fab. Do you know, Dawn, teething issues with new things coming in. As pay professionals, we get that every time we have a new piece of software. There's always teething issues, so that's absolutely appreciated. Susan did message to say that Susan, you'd emailed advisory. I've asked our team leader to get back in contact with you. So hopefully you'll be having a phone call or an email from Sam Jones shortly. So hopefully we can get your query resolved. And then in the Q&As, so Sula has said, I've been managing a payroll department for 20 years. What's the best level that I can join the CIPP?
So I would say that it would look like full membership because you've done a minimum of 3 years in a managerial role. So we'll get your name, we'll get the form sent out to you. Because it's National Payroll Week, you'll get the discount if you're successful, but we'll get that out to you. It does sound, I mean, I can't say categorically because it has to go through the application process, but let's get you on board. Let's get the process started.
Brilliant. Thanks, Dawn. Now, lots of people are saying, how can I contact you, Dawn? So I'm dropping the memberships team's email address into the chat. So we can come back to you following on from this conversation, but so everyone has that email address there. How do we download the new badges? Had an email to say they were coming in to look out further information, but not received an email. So that may be one of the
Yes.
ones that got caught in the
Yes.
crossfire of 7,500 emails
We
being
won't have to
sent
do that
out.
every week, by the way. It will be just the changes. So that's it was just the initial launch, which was so exciting. But yes, if you send me your individual queries, I can get them all looked into and get them resolved.
Yeah, spot on. Thank you. I know that you spoke about chartered membership, Dawn, and kind of the progression route that we offer for members. And I think because I am a member and I have been for years, it's quite nice to share my story a little bit so people
Yeah.
can see kind of my route that I took. So I became a member when I did the foundation degree in payroll management. God, when did I start that? 2013, maybe. So a few years ago now, and I've been a member ever since. And for me, joining the policy team, because I started with just policy and then I adopted advisory as well, so to speak. And I really wanted to get to that next step in my career, but I've got a busy job. I've got two young children. Life is busy. And typically, you think that a qualification would be your first, your next step. But I didn't really want to have to sit and do a level 6 or a level 7 qualification at this time of life for me. It's just a bit too busy. So for me, applying for chartered membership was that next step for me to be able to prove that I can progress and I've got a rubber stamp seal of approval that I know what I'm talking about. And it gave me that sense of achievement that I've got that strategic mindset and I could evidence that to our board of chartered members. So I got chartered membership 2 years ago, and it is really nice to have that kind of big thumbs up that you've got that strategic mindset. So I hope that helps anyone that may be just toying with the idea of maybe progressing either to full fellow or chartered. And always happy for people to reach out and just have an open conversation with myself about my experiences as well, because it's nice to be able to give back. So yeah, I hope that helps
Thank you,
anyone
Sam.
who's thinking about it.
Yeah, and the
Um,
other thing is, Sam, that when you're at our events, there are other chartered or fellows or fulls there that you can talk to and ask them about their experiences. And that's the whole thing of a community, that we are there to support each other. Um, we do provide mentoring sometimes when people are struggling with chartered applications. So we are there to support. But what I also want to say is be proud of whatever level you're at, because whatever level you're at is amazing. You can move forward if you want to. And like I say, people have squiggly careers. um, and it's about being proud of what you have achieved in life, especially in your career. Because, like Sam says, it's hard at different times when you're got family things. We all have family things or external influences. So I find, and I'll be honest, I find that people struggle to promote themselves with the application processes for all of them, that they don't take the time to recognize what they have achieved, and that to fill in a form seems a bit self-congratulatory, and it should be. You should take the time. I had one of our chartered members now took over 2 years to submit her application, and every time I saw her at an event she was like, I don't want to see you, you're just a reminder, I haven't done it. But you need to take that time. You need to showcase what you do and how well you do it. And that's what I'm passionate about, is getting you the recognition that you deserve as members. Through and through, like all the way through, you need to get that recognition. It's really important.
yeah, absolutely. That's so funny that she's avoiding you at events. But look, I know exactly how she feels, and having to big yourself up, let's call it that. Excuse me. It's like going to a job interview, right? And them saying, right, tell me about your strengths. No one wants to talk about their own strengths, but it's that self-reflection point. And
Yeah.
actually, as you're going through that membership, application, you think, yeah, do you know what? I do deserve this, and I am going to put a load of time and effort into this. And when you get that phone call at the end to say you've obtained your chartered membership, it's amazing. It's a massive sense of achievement. But you're absolutely right. Any level is a huge accolade to you in your career. I was just ready for that next step, and it was an alternative to doing a formal qualification for me, and it gave me that same sense of achievement. We've had another question come in. So Sukhbir has asked, I've got 3 years experience in payroll, but I'm still on an associate membership. Could I move up to a full membership grade?
So if your experience is managing processes or people, then yes, you can consider it. Again, we can send you the application form. You can have a look at the criteria and see if you think you would meet it. But 3 years, if you're managing something, and sometimes if you actually think if you're a solo practitioner, you're managing everything, aren't you? You have to do everything, probably make the tea as well. So yeah, it's possibly something that you could achieve. So again, we'll get that form out to you.
Brilliant. Awesome. Now, look, that's all the questions that we've had, Dawn. You've clearly smashed it because you've covered everything that everybody needed to know.
Okay.
So a recording and the slides will be sent out by the end of this week. But this is National Payroll Week, not National Payroll Monday. So if you haven't yet registered for any of the additional webinars that we're running throughout the week, please do go and visit our website to sign up. Now, Dawn, is there anything else that you wanted to add before we give people a little bit of time back this morning?
No, not particularly, other than if you're not a member, make sure you join up this week. Huge opportunity to get that discount. If you are members, thank you so much for supporting your industry and your chartered body. And like I say, I'm here. If you need me, email me at membership and I will get back to you.
Awesome. Dawn, thank you so much for this morning. Everybody, please do enjoy the celebrations and don't forget to tag us in your social media posts. But from me and Dawn and everyone at the CIPP, please do have a fantastic National Payroll Week. Thank you all so much.
Bye.